Hey guys, just started raining. It's been a year today since my dearest best mate, my other best mate, passed away, Beau, that you all knew. And I come here because I haven't been here since Beau went over the Rainbow Bridge. I haven't been here since then, so it's funny, I thought I'd come do a video here. And then I realised, a bridge. And it's just started to rain. So I just wanted to chat to you guys about a few things, because it's been a year that I've dealt with Beau's passing, and it's never good, but I'm at peace knowing that what I know. But in saying that, I do have some tragic, terrible news, and one of the closest people to me in my life lost their brother on Saturday in a motorcycle accident that killed him instantly. Okay. And I'm sure if she's ready to ever talk about it publicly, that she will. But we're going through a very difficult time because she lives with me. And I ask for your prayers. And I'm sure she will speak when she's ready, like I said, but it's going to be tough for quite a while. It's been a shock. Everybody's in shock. And this today with Beau and that with that beautiful man who was very loved. He never had children, and that didn't matter. He was everybody's favourite uncle. And it just brings us back to that realisation that we need to come to grips with. And I've talked about death a lot in my videos, unfortunately, only because... Actually, I used to talk about death a lot in my videos before 2020. And then this wave of that hit due to something else, which wasn't natural by any means. So a lot of people have been dealing with what my sister is dealing with. They've been dealing with that for 4 years. And the Bible and the Apocryphas speak about a time when the world would be reaped. So, very interesting, isn't it? So, the reaping. I also have complete faith that Father knows every hair on our head, and He knows when our time is up. But there seems to be a group of people who are living in a real fantasy world, and there's a group of us, a very large group of us, who is very worried about these people because they're radical believers. It's almost like a cult. And when you realise we've been lied to, and even the elect would be deceived, that's when we need to take stock. That's when we go back to the drawing board. You really need to look at what the Bible says and what the Apocrypha says. And I'm going to put together some stuff about this, because I could just make this little video. A few of you are going to hear what I say, get an absolute revelation. That's great. But it'll only hit those of you that already know. Because the ones that don't will still be in denial. Oh, these are loud. Look at this tree. This is huge, guys. Camera doesn't do it justice. Look. Panther. Gosh. So I don't want to really waste your time or my time telling you my revelations this morning. Not that that'd be a waste. But they're going to go again. Here they come again. It's 8 a.m. in the morning and it's already really hot. That's why I chose to come out. Well, when I do walk, I usually always walk early in the day. Now, maybe I can get my mind back to what I was trying to say. No, I don't think I can. So loud. That is beautiful. Oh, you could make a shower out of that. That log burned out there. Beautiful. So what I noticed about church people is they don't like talking about sin and they don't like talking about death. Because we're just supposed to be happy, 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 make lots of money, be happy, happy. If we don't talk about sin and death, when it comes to your door, you're going to be devastated. You're not going to be ready. And I am just so thankful, so prayerfully, genuinely thankful for the faith that, you know, my sister has and myself that will get us through this time. It got me through with Beau, but I mean, he's a dog, you know. At the end of the day, I loved that dog, but it's not a person. So we need to be prepared. And the other thing is, it's not even being prepared for death around you. It's being prepared for your own. And, you know, people will say that the rapture doctrine is not a salvation issue. Well, my sister and I were talking about that this morning, and she said, I do believe it could become one. And I absolutely have been thinking the same thing. Couldn't see it before now, but now it's a different matter. We're coming into a different phase of this journey again, and there's just going to be issues that people are not willing to let go of. Like, they don't want to see that Jesus with the saints that were resurrected at the time of his second coming, after that, when in 70 AD, when he returned again, people don't want to believe that. And so they can't understand what the so-called rapture was being the exact word. I don't want to confuse you guys about it. So what I'm going to do is compile some evidence. I've really been told I need to get moving on this one. In the last year since Beau died, I've really backed off on a lot of stuff and just really concentrated on my actual relationship with Father and backed off all the other stuff. But now I know that he's telling me it's time to get moving now. So I just plan on going through the Apocryphas, the Bible, putting together my argument. Let's call it an argument, because we've got so many people that want to hang on to the old way of thinking, which that's all it was. Actually, it was an old way of programming that the church had programmed us with. That is what we were taught. So, why would anybody feel like a fool or have too much pride not to let go of what they've been taught by the church? And this goes more so for the truth community of believers who call themselves Christians, who say, yes, we know this is real, yes, we know that is real. But they will not break the programming of that, which is that Jesus has already been here. They will not break the programming. They can't see it. They don't want to even look at the evidence, which is right there. There are so many good channels that has literally compiled evidence. There's also a channel who's not even a Christian that's compiled the fake history, 700 years being added to our timeline. If you go to Paul Understanding Conspiracy channel, his name is Gunnar, some European name, and you need to watch that. It's not a theory, and we're getting so close. This is why this had to be kept for last, because even the enemy knows that now this is out, it's very hard. You can't put it back in. You can't put it back in the can. The lid's been blown, and it's up to us how quickly we can spread the message. And it's got to go. It is going like wildfire. Believe me, guys, more people are actually listening than rejecting it. It just seems to be let's call them the die-hard Christians, the die-hard rapture Pentecostal Christians. Honestly, they're the ones that don't want to look at this, because I don't understand, because really this is so much better than waiting for what happened back there. Go and watch Jason Jack's YouTube channel, his last video. Please, everybody, go and watch Jason Jack's last YouTube channel, video. 2 days, 8 hours ago. Do yourselves a favour, because this needs to come out. We've got people who never even thought spiritually, biblically, anything, coming to the word in droves, okay, because of what's going on in the world. And it seems to be the very Christian community itself, the core of that Christian community, that is stuck. They're the ones that are actually stuck in the mindset of, no, that cannot be real. Jesus has not already been here, established his kingdom, and has gone away. That means he's abandoned us. That means we're on our own. That means you're a preterist. No, it doesn't. That's where they get totally scared and in fear and run backwards. They won't, no, it's like the earth's flat. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know, it's the same thing, and this great delusion that was spoken about. The world being round, you know, that's a delusion. But that Jesus was already here, and that the next thing to happen is they are going to go to war with the Almighty himself, and that the next thing to happen after that is the Almighty comes and saves those of his who call on his name. Your being deceived is not going to keep you out of the kingdom of heaven. That's true in that way. But if it leads to a point of it's just, oh, I'm cool, I'm going to be raptured, you know, job's right. Well, it's not going to be right, okay? There's a lot more to it than that. There's going to be things happen and signs that could happen that might shake that very faith, because when they don't get taken away, and the good people are left, the ones who have been doing the right thing, they're going to lose faith, because Jesus still hasn't come back. But maybe there's this great big thing in the sky that everybody is telling us we've got to go to war with. And it's going to kill us. And that will be God's kingdom come. Please watch Jason Jack video. Please watch Paul Understanding Conspiracy and Madeline. Paul and Madeline's last live stream and Jason Jack. And catch up to where I am. Catch up with me. Come on this journey with me, because this is real, and I'm going to do my own work on this, like literal, opening books, writing things down, piecing it together, then presenting it the best way I can. So let's go, because I've even made an enemy that I thought was a friend out of this rapture doctrine. And I never, talk to them mean. I'm just like, you just got to realise that there's more to this. And I think you're actually, right off kilter there. And then it's not an enemy, but they just don't want to talk to you anymore. To me, that's basically an enemy. Because if you're not together in Christ, what are we? What are we? That means we're divided. We're on a different team. I think it's very important, because there's only one team to get on, so it's very important to figure out what's going on and start treating people with respect. No matter what their beliefs. We can only reach them if we teach them with respect, treat them with respect, to try to teach them what we know. Looking at some of these trees, some pretty interesting things going on, like a massive pieces of bark ripped off, and that is really, really thick bark. So I know that's been like it's been ripped off. Now, this is a national park. It's really quiet here, as you can tell. We've got a lot of shedding trees, but that's an ironbark. That shouldn't be ripped like that. So yes, I'll leave that with you guys. I hope you have a good day. Please keep us in your prayers. And yeah, I was so lucky to have owned Beau for 12 years, 13 years. I was so glad my daughter rescued him from being put down at the pound, which would have been the next day, and he was only like 14 months old then when we got him. So I'm just having a good time remembering the good memories. Walking along here, looking back, and it was Beau and Jazzy. You'll see videos in here somewhere back there with him on them. And me talking about the same stuff I'm talking about now. People are catching on. It's great, because it's happening real fast now. And I kept saying, it's here, it's here, it's here. It's here spiritually. People just aren't seeing. It's when it manifests. It'll be too late. Make your decision now. Do your diligent, work that you need to show yourself approved. His people perish for lack of understanding. If you believe in the rapture theory and the UFOs show up, I don't know what you're going to think. I don't know where you're going to go with that. So anyway, just please do yourselves a favour. Watch Jason Jack's last video, and Understanding Conspiracy, which is Paul. And watch him and Madeline speak for a couple of hours about this. Then we can catch up. We can get on, the same track together. Okay, this is Beck. I love you. You will be hearing more from me now. It's time to get back to work. Serious work now. We're out.